Now you guys are probably asking yourselves and thinking to yourselves, did I do this on purpose? Did I intentionally decide to review Star Wars A New Hope and then follow up with Raiders of the Lost Ark? Oh yeah, 100%. Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome back to another awesome video. Today's movie is going to be of Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I feel like this movie needs no introduction, but just to give one quick little brief introduction, we have an archaeologist named Indiana Jones, played by Harrison Ford, as he is on his way on this long adventure to find the Ark of the Covenant. So this movie is written by Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. This movie is literally the perfect film when you have these two guys on board. It's like as if they gave birth to the perfect baby. Just so happens to have these two brilliant men as its creator, because everything from beginning to end just feels so fitting and so perfect. I mean, that opening sequence alone, like that literal beginning of the film, first few minutes of that scene and that opening sequence, you don't even get a shot of Harrison Ford yet. It's like it's building up this anticipation of who is Indiana Jones, who is this guy and everything, what does he look like? This build up, that shot of him appearing with the shadow and the lighting is just chef's kiss, chef's kiss, chef's kiss. Not only is that opening sequence so iconic, but you guys probably didn't know that that's Alfred Molina as Sapito. Sapito. Yeah, that's his name. I've been, for the last minute, trying to make sure I pronounced his name right. I also say this as a compliment that there are so many shots in this movie that feel like this is almost like an indie film, or it feels like not a low budget film, but it has this quality, this genuine charming quality that feels like there are shots in this movie, student production, if you will, and then again, it has that charming quality to it, and I think that's great, honestly. I think that gives it more of that, more of that appreciation, because I feel like that George Lucas was making this movie with little money that he had, and hence why he had Steven Spielberg probably come along and make this with him, and probably couldn't afford to do it. So it does have that low quality to it, with the way some of the angles on some of the shots are, how it's raised this way or it's edited that way, and the transitions. It just feels very so practical, as you would expect with George Lucas. And speaking of, the practical effects are just so masterful. I mean, come on, that iconic scene with the Covenant, with the Ark, and then the face melting and the heads exploding and everything, that's just so amazing. I know it doesn't look authentic or doesn't look as real, but there's just something so amazing of how those effects were put together. And that scene didn't hold back. They didn't hold their punches. I mean, that is a scene showcasing how the purity and the horrificness of the power of God, and that man can never be God, and man should never trifle with trying to be God. And of course, we have Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. It still kind of baffles me that Tom Selleck was one of the original casting choices for this film, and if he didn't have his schedule with Magnum PI, he would have been in this role instead of Harrison Ford, because Harrison Ford is this character, and I think just like with Han Solo. Now, I think in all honesty, Han Solo is, I think, the more iconic and the more quotable, but I feel like Harrison Ford had a lot more fun playing Indiana Jones, and I feel like Indiana Jones is a lot more funnier. And plus, I don't know what it is, but I love the sequence when he's in the pit with the snakes, when Belloc finds him.
Who knows? In 1,000 years, even you may be worth something. Son of a bitch.
Then again, I just love and laugh at every time a film says the phrase "son of a bitch." I don't know why. There's just something about it.
Son of a bitch. Isn't that a daisy?
Son of a bitch. Hey, Billy, just settle down.
Thor, son of Odin.
Sasha, son of a bitch, you're still alive.
Speaking of that snake sequence, they used a clear glass window to separate Harrison and the snakes, and it doesn't look like it because the way it is, like, it's got that crouched down angle, so that way you don't see the glass mirror or any reflection of it whatsoever. Again, just adding more to that movie magic. Can't forget Indy without his maid Marion. I mean, they're just so genuinely adorable. But not only that, but the movie itself, whenever you see these two on screen, there's like so much chemistry and almost there's so much backstory between the two of them. Like, you get a fresh idea of how Indy was like maybe a few years younger when he was in love for the first time, and you get a feeling of he was also a protege to Marion's father, and a little bit of like richness to that part of his life. And it just adds more layers to who Indiana Jones is as a character. Not only does he sometimes have this like he doesn't give a shit type of attitude, but he does have some really wholesome moments as a adventurer archaeologist, but also as a teacher and as a human being too. Why archaeology and why history really means a lot to him. There's some love for Sala because Sala's just great. Our villains Belloc and Arnold Todt have the perfect amount of like over-the-topness in the film. It's great. They're amazing. And I love how it's ironic that Belloc kind of has like this Governor Tarkin vibe going for him, while Arnold Todt is kind of like Darth Vader, you know, where you have a person that has a position of power holding on to and pulling someone's leash, if you will.
Governor Tarkin, I should have expected to find you holding Vader's leash. I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board.
Charming.
Speaking of more Star Wars, Porkins from Star Wars is in this movie when they're in the college, when they're sitting down talking about the Covenant. Just a little fact there. This movie is just honestly perfect. I honestly, to God, I don't have any notes for it. I'm going to give Raiders of the Lost Ark, I'm going to give it an A+. So Raiders of the Lost Ark, have you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Do awesome videos every day, if not every week. Make sure you ring that bell to do new videos every day, every week. Share the video with family, friends, all the good stuff. For more loose suggestions down in the comments. You name it. I'll look at it as best as possible. Look out for more movie reviews. Look out for some top 10s. Look out for some all sorts of things. I'm going to try and bring back lore as well for you guys, because that is something I've had contemplating in my head for a while, and I keep forgetting to mention it. If I mention it maybe in a video, I'll motivate myself more to do lore again. So Spider Star lore videos will come back. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.